sounds. Oh, there they are. Oh. Alright, we should be good, I think. Well, the game sounds are so loud. There we go. Alright. Let's see. Everyone gets in here. We'll get going. Assuming anyone does get in here. Oh, how tragic would that be? Okay, I'm going to start in just a second here. So I started that book today that I was telling you about, the tiger. And the main character is like such a cool dude. Like, holy crap. So in late 90s Russia, after the fall of the Soviet Union, there were a lot of issues with poachers, especially like in Siberia. In this location in Siberia where the story takes place, where it's connected to China, North Korea, and also the Sea of Japan. So, oh crap! Hold up, cutscene. I'll tell you in a second. I was drugged with sleeping pills. That's a cool car. I was murdered by that person. Hate that. I'll finish my story in a minute. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? I like the little curly hair. It's like a Swiss roll. Anyway. Oh boy. So, real quick, let me tell the story. So basically, the story is there were a lot of people who were poaching, especially tigers, which were endangered, because tigers are super popular as like a medicinal kind of thing in like China, North Korea, and all. And so they started this group called oh crap, I'm drawing a blank. I shouldn't be drawing a blank. I think it was Inspector Tiger, but they were just called Tigers, and they were basically just these woodsmen who had like this, at least the main character in his group, had this gigantic military truck and would just drive out in the wilderness and catch poachers. And one of his stories, the main character's name is Yuri Trush, who is like this gorilla of a man. Like he's like 6'2", like can rip a person in half, sort of like strength. He was like a big sports guy and all that. At one point, he found a tank. It didn't have the gun turret on it. A tank full of wealthy Russians out for sport. They were moving around the forest in a tank, looking for animals to kill. And he stopped them, made them leave. He recorded the whole thing and released it to the media. And those super wealthy dudes called him like to meet them, and so he showed up when he wasn't supposed to. It was supposed to be it's supposed to be an intimidation thing. They call him for a meeting, and it's supposed to scare him into quitting. And he showed up and basically said, you know, we kill people like you for this kind of thing. And he was like, well, take it up with my superiors. So yeah, pretty cool. I finally get to see you again, then. It's not your fault. You didn't do it. I don't remember Maya being in trouble. Maya better not be in trouble again. I don't remember this. No, I did it. I killed that person. But that wasn't you. Doesn't matter. It might as well have been me. Man. I can't believe something like this happened. The events of that gloomy, rainy afternoon that started this whole mess. keep playing through my mind. That's a good question. What depressing rain. Do you understand how depressed that makes me? Do you? I guess. But actually, more than being depressed, I'm angry. Angry at that weather girl on TV. I think our little rainy spell will take a break with a day of sun. Is what that girl said. I'd stake my life on it. Well, it's the weather. His glasses really do. But that's why I didn't bother to bring an umbrella today. What nerve! Calling herself a weather girl. She's going to hear about my $1,500 suit. About your case. I'm not taking the case against the weather girl. Unless you're planning on suing the weather girl, which I just said I'm not taking. Wow, I came up with that joke before I read that line. What are the chances? I'm sorry. I thought that before we got down to business, we could have some friendly chatter. My name is Dr. Turner Gray. I'm searching. His name's Turner Gray, get it? Oh man, I love the name so much. Oh, I love him so much. Remind me to never end up under his knife. I'm here today because of this incident. I kind of assume what I think is going to happen. And again, I played this. It has been 11 years. It's been at least 11 years since I played this. No, it was more than 11 because it would have been in like January of 2011 because that was that year in that dorm when I was in the dorm with Ben. What I'm assuming it is that Maya channeled that person, and Maya didn't do it, and she's not like in trouble, but Maya feels responsible because she channeled the ghost who said they did it. That's what I'm assuming this is, and hoping. Malpractice at Gray Surgical Clinic. 14 inpatients lose their lives. Oh, you're the rabies doctor. It's really quite upsetting. Did you hear me? Upsetting! Yeah, I heard you. I agree, it's quite upsetting, Dr. Gray. The one that screwed up was that nurse. It was her that got the medications mixed up and gave rabies to those 14 patients. And yet, now listen good, and yet, that nurse had the nerve to go and die before admitting to her wrongdoing. She didn't even offer any sort of explanation to me. And this is the kicker. She up and has herself a grand ol' accident and crashes her car. Smash! Crunch! Instantly transforming her car into the accordion model. The accordion model. That's right. About a year ago, all the tabloid shows were talking about it. 14 victims of medical malpractice and the nurse's fatal accident. Apparently they all got bit by a bat. There were rumors that Dr. Gray had actually caused the crash. People said it was to forever hide the person responsible for the malpractice incident. His pet bat. Why would I? Now, I'm going to say this once. Why on earth would I want to kill that nurse? I don't know why I picked a bad Snake impression for him, but we're sticking with it. She's the one who killed those 14 patients, not me. I think you need to take a deep breath, Doctor, and focus. More to the point, this case is over a year old. Why bring it up now? Well, that's simple. Because the situation is slipping out of my grasp. This just won't do. Gray Snake. My clinic isn't seeing nearly as many patients nowadays. Do you understand what that means? It means they're not coming to my clinic. You don't say. If it were me, I don't think I'd want to go either. So, what would you like me to do about it? I want you to help me prove I'm innocent. You realize I'm a lawyer, not a private investigator, right? No, this is something only you can do. Maya Fey. You know the girl, correct? Maya? How do you know her name? I heard you were working under her for a little while. Well, yes. I mean, hey, wait a second here. I worked under her? She's like 4'8" or something. It's not that big. Yes, am I wrong? She told me, so I'm not quite sure if... She told him. Well, we worked a few trials together, but she went back to her hometown to undergo more training. I think there's more waterfalls there? Ah, yes, I heard. It must be lonely for you. Can he please get a proper pair of glasses? What? Wait, I'm not. She must be an extraordinary girl to handle such rigid training. Huh? I have an acquaintance who knows a lot about these mystical sorts of things. She's the one who introduced me to Miss Fey. I know, it's killing me. It's like my glasses, my old ones, before I got these new pair. When I would consider looking down, they'd fly off my face. Oh, one more story about that dude. So, Markov, who is the guy that the tiger terrorized and murdered. I feel like weird saying an animal murdered somebody, but it seems accurate in this case. Markov's friends called in the attack, and Yuri Trush and his dudes were the ones who went out and looked into it, which is where the book picks up when they called him in. And Yuri's friends had all hid their guns because they were all poachers, and so they weren't allowed to have guns, so they hid all their guns and stuff. So, or not Yuri, Markov's friends all hid all their guns. So Yuri shows up, and these guys are terrified because there's a tiger, and they don't have any guns because they don't want the tiger dudes to take their guns. So Trush has an issue where he needs more people with him, because if this tiger is killing people, you don't want to go in with just like two guys. Like you want the team with you. So he basically realizes these other guys are too scared to help him, and that they're not going to go get their guns because they don't want them to get taken. So he just hands one of them his rifle and is like, "There you go, you're armed now. Let's go." And the guy is like now honor bound because this dude's going to go unarmed to go find this tiger that killed his friend. He can't just hold the guy's rifle and not join him. So he basically shames these three dudes into following him. It was pretty funny. Is Maya really that famous? And I've already set up an appointment. For what? What else? A channeling. I'm going to have her call the spirit of that nurse that went and got herself killed. Oh. Oh, also, the description of him explicitly says how he's like this huge gorilla of a man with a homely face, which I thought was funny. Maya, I wonder what she's up to right now. Or under, waterfall-wise. We, the women of the Fae clan, have always been spirit mediums. Maya's more of a spirit small, though. Well, no, she's not the spirit small. Her sister is the spirit small. Or is it her cousin? Whatever. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us. That's what she told me. I love her mischievous face. I guess she's learned to accept her responsibilities and become an adult. I don't know why, but I read that as idiot at first. And become an idiot. I almost said that out loud. That would have been funny. Not counting training. This will be her first time channeling a spirit. So she gave me one condition for accepting my request. Condition? The condition is you, Mr. Wright. She said that she won't do the channel without first seeing you again. Me? And that's why I've searched you out. You want to see her too, don't you? And so, that's how I ended up visiting Maya's hometown with the doctor. I like that the rock has a necklace. That's cool. So, this is Karain Village, Maya's hometown. Oh, they have their own phone booth. How modern. There's the small medium. The spirit small medium. Spirit medium. Small spirit medium. Oh, why, hello there. Oh, what an odd little girl. Hey, wait up, Pearly! Well, that's the medium on the run. Ah, someone else is coming this way. Nick! Maya, how are you? It's good to see you again. Wow, I didn't think you'd really show up. It's not that big a deal. I mean, you made it sound like you were so far away. Well, maybe I exaggerated. Just a little. It was only 2 hours by train. Got a nice nap. If I'd known you were this close, I'd have visited more. No, you're not allowed. I already decided, you know. Until I become an adult, I have to work hard and be strong by myself. Oh, well. Anyway, congratulations. I'm glad to hear training's going well for you. Wow! Wow! You miss Emma all... Really? Look, Emma's cool and all. Maya's better, okay? Maya's better. Maya doesn't become the enemy, like Emma, who becomes a detective. Looks like you finally become a full-fledged medium, taking on your first job and everything. Yeah, I didn't think it would be this soon. Maya's cool, I guess. Wow, you guys are mean. But this case, do you know the message story behind it? Behold the power of the Maya Intelligence Network! Well, you see, okay, so there's a difference here. The difference is pretty simple between Maya and Gumshoe, is that Gumshoe is incompetent. Gumshoe's incompetent. Maya's not incompetent. It's different. It's not the same. Let's see. 14 people died because of malpractice. On Dr. Gray's part, right? He let a bat into the office, or it was a pet bat or something like that. Okay, that's fair. And to pin the blame on the nurse. He killed her in what appeared to be a car accident. Huh? So what is this Maya Intelligence Network, anyway? Oh, it's the tabloids. See, Emma, you don't get that from Emma. Emma doesn't scour the tabloids for you. That's what I thought. I'm just pulling your leg, Nick. What really happened is the exact opposite. I heard all about it from Dr. Gray. I don't know if he's more trustworthy than the tabloids. Oh, come on, Nick. I wouldn't take a crazed killer as a client. That's too scary, even for me, and I talk to dead people. Yeah, I guess so. So... no, rabies... No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure rabies is game over. I think so. I'm not a doctor. I am a lawyer. I'm pretty sure you just die when you get rabies. If there happens to be a doctor in the chat, maybe they can answer that. I know rabies is horrifying though. So this is your hometown, huh, Maya? Yep. Karain Village. But I've heard people call this place Medium Valley too, because it's not very big, but it's also not very small. Interesting. So everyone that lives here is a spirit medium. Yeah, pretty much. Even that rock back there. Most of my ancestors were too, I think. That's probably true, since the Fae ability to communicate with the dead is so strong, you can probably just talk with them. Wasn't the person who was treated, wasn't it, like, horrific? Like, what they had to do? It's like the state name protocols or something. We'll call it the Kansas protocols. That's what we'll call it for the purposes of this. Actually, only the women of the village are mediums. I mean, maybe she needs a nap. So what do the men do? Well, they usually work someplace outside the village. Oh, yeah, I wanted to ask you about that girl I saw earlier. Do you know her? Oh, you mean Pearly? Pearly? Pearl Faye. She's my cousin. Isn't she adorable? Just like yours truly. Cousin? Wait, then that means... Is she also, Yep, she's a medium too. Pearly's a real genius when it comes to channeling. Huh. I see. I hope I didn't scare her when I tried to talk to her earlier. Wait, what if I'm dead? What if that's why you can talk to me? Nah, it's not you. My aunt drilled into her head that if a suspicious-looking person tries to talk to you, run away! Especially if they have spiky hair and an attorney's badge. They're just looking for trouble. Suspicious-looking? Well, you're not wearing training clothes, for starters. Well, of course not. I'm not a medium. But Pearly's my aunt's most valued treasure, and she's not allowed to go outside of town. She doesn't know much about the world outside of Kurain Village. Aunt? Pearly's mother's my aunt. Duh, come on, Nick. Well, Nick, I've got to get going. It's about time for the channeling to start. Huh? Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Objection. A contradiction. Contradiction. She didn't agree to... Wait. Maybe not. She would not do the channeling. I'm pointing to you. She wouldn't do the channeling without us being present. But we're not allowed to come here until she's an adult. So is she considering herself now a full-fledged psychic spirit medium? Before she even does her first real solo seance? I don't know. Well, yeah, but look, you're at the hospital, the doctor's pet bat flies around and it bites you, and it bites everyone else, and no one flips out about it. Why would you think you got rabies? It's just a bat. Bats are notoriously very clean creatures. Notoriously very clean. Huh? Oh, yeah. I'm doing the channeling in my house, so come on in, okay? After I'm done, we can grill up some juicy burgers. Some juicy burgers. All right. Good luck, Maya. Thanks. Well, at least she's still the same perky Maya. My mouse. Old bus stop. It says Kurain Village on the signpost. Well, yeah, but that's bad bats. Not all bats have rabies. Just because you get bit by a bat doesn't mean you're getting rabies. Yeah, it's not necessarily. The buses seem incredibly inconvenient since they only come 3 times a day. I'm glad one of us is. It's an old style phone booth. I can't say it fits in well in this area. I can't say it fits in with this area too well. In order to prove an animal has rabies, you have to kill them and send their head to the main. Well then what I'm telling you adds up. The doctor's pet bat bites 14 patients. They say, "Oh crap, we got bit by a bat. Does it have rabies?" And he says, "No, we're not killing my pet and sending his head off for examination. I'm a doctor. He doesn't have rabies." And then 1 to 3 months later, they're all dead by rabies. How did they get it? Who knows? We can't prove it. My cell phone doesn't get reception up here, so who knows? I may need the phone booth later. That's a really scary thought. A giant rock that seems to be... I haven't done this in a while, so I'm running out of breath. Seems to be reaching for the sky. Its origins are written on a beat-up old sign. It says, it's called the Kurain Boulder. Is it really a boulder? It's more like a small cliff face. Boulders are usually circular, right? A boulder's a... I mean, this is a giant column. It's a column of earth, or a column of rock. I don't know if I'd call that a boulder. I've seen Happy with his food. I wouldn't doubt that he has it. There's a really complex explanation written here, but long story short, It's weather beat, but I can't read what it says. It's a big stone for spirits to live in, or something like that. Hey, that's kind of a Greek thing. I think the Greeks did something similar. That was in Song of Achilles. Baldur. Well, that one's not smooth. That's clearly not smooth, so I am correct. I'm glad you verified that for me. Rustic, thatch roofed houses where the old villagers live, the other villagers live, line the streets. But nowhere near as large or nice as the manor in front of me, though. No, I wouldn't call it a boulder. It's not smooth. It's, in fact, it has ridges. It's like a really thick ruffles. Yes, I read the word typically. And this typically is not smooth. This right here is not typically smooth. It's kind of odd that I don't see any other villagers walking around, though. What if they're all dead? Oh, boy. It's getting scary. The biggest, most elegant of the buildings I can see from here. Typically doesn't mean always, but always it means typically. This is Fay Manor, the place Maya calls home. It's easy to be overwhelmed by its presence. Well, good enough for me! Ah, Mr. Wright. I'm so glad you showed. Yeah, it's a monolith. Not all boulders are not a monolith. They're all different. Don't accuse them of such. Some nice weather we're having today. Aren't you happy? No, not at all. No, see, no, this is a kid-friendly stream. We can't say that on the stream. Let me give you a put user in timeout. I won't put you in timeout. I would see a drastic decline in my chat engagement if I timed you out. It would be very unfortunate. That stupid weather girl made the wrong call again. Science is family friendly. Oh, I see. It will rain cats and dogs today, she said with a straight face. I can't believe they allow such misguided reports on the public airwaves. Looks like talking about the weather with this guy is just asking for punishment. But anyway, like I said, I haven't done this in like a week or two due to work stress, but we're almost past it now. So I'm probably going to yawn a lot as I try and catch my breath. It's a splendid manor. No argument here. It's hard to believe this is Maya's house, though. I was given a guide map to this building. Here, Mr. Wright. I have a copy for you, too. Okay. Winding way. What is it kind of? What in the world? What is this house? What? Why? What is it? This is terrible. This is a terrible design. Horribly inefficient. You could have just put the side room right here. Why does there need to be a winding way? Probably some kind of spiritual thing. Maybe it channels the ghosts. Maybe the side room is where the ghosts wait before their big appearance. It's like the green room. It's the spirit medium green room. Oh hey, Maya is 18 now. Ah, I see. What are you going to do once the nurse's spirit's been called? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to give you my information so we can sue her. Signed confession. Yes, a confession. Pay attention. I'll have her write this. 1 year ago, on May 2nd, 14 patients died due to my negligence. I had rabies and I bit all 14. And then, on May 24th, I killed the doctor's bat. And I fell asleep at the wheel and died in a car accident due to my further rabies-induced negligence. I'm sorry and I apologize for being negligent and having rabies. But not for biting those patients.
That's what I'll have her write. With a confession, the rain falling on my soul can finally stop.
Oh, I see. It's mostly this guy's voice that's getting me. So, how did you hear about Maya Fey?
I heard about her from an acquaintance, a girl studying the occult at college. That girl introduced me to this village. Her name was Lana Hart. This is the home of the Kurain School of Channeling.
The home, huh?
And this Maya is daughter of the master, I hear.
I was trying to make like an obnoxious, annoying voice, and I just tilted into snake voice. Maybe I should change it. Master?
Anyway, do you see that door? That's the room where people and spirits meet. Miss Maya's aunt is in there right now. Would you care to meet her?
Wait. Look, here's my attorney's badge. I know you're a doctor, but I'm an attorney.
Are you trying to compete with me in my
Profession with this piece of scrap? I'm. Move over, Maya. I'm the real psychic here. It's the second one in a row, or not in a row, but the second time this one. I've called it right. I've made the joke ahead of time.
I am a surgeon. Compared to you lawyers, I'm practically a saint. Yes, well, I don't exactly have any patience right now. For my practice, or for you. But listen good. I'm not the one that made the mistake. My bat didn't have rabies.
This doctor needs his head examined. Throw the winding way first. Wow, this garden's really breathtaking. Someone put a lot of love into it. What's that over there? Is that an incinerator? It looks a little out of place in a garden like this. It's a small incinerator after all. I don't think garbage trucks come all the way out here to a tiny village like this, so every family has to burn their own trash. If Emma lived here, that's where she'd go. A splendid garden with a small lamp and traditional decorations. It's a bit small to walk around in, although that incinerator piques my curiosity. Even though I already looked at it, still piquing my curiosity, I guess. Burn all your trash. I can think of a couple things of trash I'd like to have burned. It looks like there's a room over there too. Must be the great room. A peaceful feeling emanating from it. It's a really old urn. Wait a minute, Phoenix. They're not burning trash in there. An incinerator in an urn. The ashes of a person long dead are inside. I knew it. It looks like someone with a long history. Other than that, it's not very interesting. So time to move on. Sorry, dead person. We don't care about you. So, this is the side room. Looks like it's more of a break room. So, what I assumed to be a bear with a salmon in its mouth, when I first looked at it, what I saw was a bear who ate someone, and that person, with their last ditch as they're being swallowed whole, reached out to try and choke the bear. There's bedding spread out on the floor. Looks like someone's sleeping in one. I shouldn't disturb them. Or should I? There's bedding spread out on the floor. Is that someone sleeping in one over there? What should you get for dinner? 20 crystals, I think. Or 100 chicken nuggets. One or the other. She's probably an exhausted medium taking a break and catching some Z's. I'll wake her up. She might be grumpy and throw a spell on me. It's probably a good idea not to disturb her sleep. Dude, what do you have against 100 chicken nuggets for dinner? That's a lot of chicken nuggets. It's not enough chicken nuggets, but it's a lot. I haven't had White Castle. How comparable? Here's a quick pause for a second. How comparable is actual White Castle to the frozen White Castle burgers? Maybe I should get some of the frozen ones if they're comparable. And then I can experience it like everyone else. Ah, Practice Zone. That's the good stuff. Almost identical. Okay, maybe I'll give it a shot one day. um, let's see. Where else could you go to eat? Let's think for a minute. What's some place that's got good food? Oh, you already did that. I don't. What all is nearby? What all is nearby? What all is nearby? Cause Sonic's usually an easy choice for me when I just want to get fast food. That's usually my go-to. That's usually my go-to fast food place. Mostly because there's a Sonic that's really convenient for me to get to. Because I don't really get fast food unless I'm, for whatever reason, eating it with someone else. So like if I'm like I'll rarely go to a fast food joint. The closest thing is I'll go to like some fried chicken places sometimes, which some of them are fast food, but like Cane's and stuff. Oh, I guess it's still fast food, but it's not quite the same. I don't go to your typical fast food places on my own generally, and the only time I'll usually eat out is whenever I'm just can't be bothered to cook when I get home or don't have leftovers, which isn't as often as you would expect. Because I kind of like cooking. Firehouse is pretty good. I'd be down for that. That sounds pretty good to me. I went to Firehouse to get a sub. Boy, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. And my card got declined. I went to the Coliseum, went to a hockey game because they're bringing hockey back. They're bringing hockey back down to the coast. The Seawolves are back. And they did a exhibition match between two. It's not minor league hockey, but it's their equivalent to minor league. Between two minor league teams at the Coast Coliseum, and I went to the concession stand to buy some drinks for me and my nephews. And my card, they wouldn't take my card. It kept getting declined, which was weird because I had money in the account. Like I'm not someone who goes to buy something without knowing I have more than enough money to cover it. Like I gotta have plenty. Like I'm not someone whose card should ever get declined because I'm out of money. And so I didn't know what was up with that. I thought it was just their machine because they said someone else had that issue. Well, it turned out a bunch of people, because I called my bank. Apparently, everyone at my bank who went to the Coliseum and tried to buy from the concession stand, all their cards got put on like a freeze because of it, because it somehow tripped off as if we were trying to buy something from like some faraway land. So I went to Firehouse to buy a sub. I ordered it. I went to pay. My card got declined, and I don't carry cash, and so I never went back because that was really awkward. Hate to see it. You hate to see it. You know, I don't. That was like the one time in like a year I was going to eat there because I like it, but it's just really inconvenient to go there. I just happened to be driving that way home, which is really rare, and so I said, you know what, I'll go get a sub. Yeah, it didn't happen. I went home and ate just a normal ham sandwich on normal person bread. It was really sad. It's a decorative wooden bear sculpture. There's a plate attached to the base. Yeah, I've had issues before. It's just pretty rare. The only other time that I can recall it happening was it when I bought my keyboard. I had something imported from the UK once. I think it was. What was it? It wasn't Warhammer, I don't think. What was it I bought? Was it my keyboard? My original keyboard might have had issues. I don't remember. Raviolis. I don't remember. I had something I imported from the UK like 5 years ago, and I had to explain. Like, oh no, it wasn't that I imported from the UK. Oh, I remember now. It was when I spent money on World of Tanks. That's what it was. This was like when I was playing World of Tanks a lot more, and I bought something off there. It wasn't the UK. It was it was like routed through the UK and then off to Ukraine, which I think isn't that where the devs are in Ukraine? Well, anyway, my bank was like, oh no, these Slavic scammers are getting your money. Belarus, that's right. I knew it was one of those. Yeah, Belarus. I think they're moving to Ukraine or something like that. Like it seemed like they were really like kind of cool about this whole situation. Yeah. So yeah, that was how that happened. Anyway, Crane Village, the heart of channeling. What the? It's a souvenir? Why do they have a souvenir in their bedroom? Wait, so does this mean it's easy to spot bears here? And for them to... Oh! This takes place in Seattle. That's where we're at. You see, we were wondering where we were at. We're in Seattle. That explains it. It's a small alcove. I have no idea what it's supposed to mean or symbolize. If I had one of those in the office, it would end up as storage space. We probably will. But here it's decorated with some pretty flowers and a beautiful hanging scroll. This is the first time I've seen a sliding door like this in person. From here I can see the winding way and the little garden in the courtyard. He did take him with him. Oh no. Well, it can still be Seattle. It just, you know, it just takes place last year. Seattle did get a lot more bearable when Jason's situation became unbearable. Listen, I was close. I almost made it. I got right to the finish line on that one. Right there at the end. And then I think I just, like, evacuated my bowels, which is a thing that happens in marathons, and just tripped me up. It was really sad. The joke was so close. It was so close to landing. I don't think it was, actually. Wow, it's such a strange atmosphere in here. These flickering lights, I guess they're candles? You guessed they're candles. You guessed they're candles. Good sir, who might you be? Ah, I'm, Phoenix, right? Oh, you must be that good sir. Good sir? Is she talking about me? You are a lawyer, are you not, good sir? I have heard much about you from Mystic Maya. Well, yeah, we don't gotta say that. Not her, you. Is that so? Mystic Maya? I am Mystic Maya's aunt, Morgan Fay. Okay. Oreo hot cocoa blizzard treat. That sounds pretty tasty. Nice to meet you. Ah, I had wanted to speak with you about a certain incident, good sir. It would seem that perhaps you asked too much of Mystic Maya in performing your duties. Most unbecoming, I'm afraid. Huh? Don't tell me you already have forgotten. And was it not for Mystic Maya and her assistants, you would surely not have won. First a girl that runs away, and now an old lady who says I stink at doing my job. Did you not see that badge on my lapel? When did I become the poster boy for how not to make a first impression? The past is the past, though. Let us speak of the present now. Ah, thank you. Look, she needs to understand. Good sir. Ah! We would like to begin channeling at 3 o'clock. If you don't mind, good sir, would you mind allowing me to make preparations? Sure, go ahead. Oh, she's a Fae, all right. Just as odd as the rest. So, why do you add Mystic to Maya's name? Is that a little strange? Phoenix, she's a spirit medium. What do you mean it's a little strange? Of course they call her Mystic Maya. Good sir. Yes? How dare you be so rude and disrespectful towards Mystic Maya? I'm sorry. She must be addressed by her proper title, good sir. You must call her Mystic Maya. So, about Mystic Maya, it is the blood. Excuse me? Blood? Wait, you're gonna get disqualified for dinner? What did you do? That's not good. You shouldn't disqualify yourself for dinner. Just because you posted an ad in my channel. Don't starve over that. Mystic Maya carries the blood of the Master. In actuality, she's the only one remaining. Only one remaining? What's that supposed to mean? Phoenix! Her sister's dead, and her mom's dead. What do you think it means, buddy? Phoenix is just holding an idiot ball this storyline. Mystic Maya is the last of the rightful heirs of the Kurain channeling technique. Only 6 chicken strips. You could do better. You could do better. Okay, then where do you stand? That is a little more complicated. Although a woman of the Fae clan, I am merely a member of the Branch family. Branch family? So, I have phone link on. I think that's actually just what it's called, is phone link. Basically, where when I'm connected to the same router as my computer is, then my computer will get all my phone stuff. So, like when I get text messages, it'll often pop up on my computer, which is very convenient for me because I keep my phone on silent and I often don't have it on my person when I'm at the computer. I'll usually like throw it aside or something. Well, I love getting those spam ones where it says, Keystone Federal Credit Union's put a hold on your account. Please respond immediately if you want to get these funds. But I don't even use Keystone. So, what account have they put a hold on? Bad intel. Bad intel. It is as it sounds. For a member of the Branch family, no matter her spiritual power, she can never become the master of the Kurain school. So, how strong are you? It is a shame, however, I will admit. I cannot even begin to compare the lowliness of my powers to the Master's. So, that's how it is. So today's channeling will be her first. Yes, good sir. Because the spirit of the person who dies in a traffic accident is usually very strong. It is usually easier to call that person to our well. Traffic accident, indeed. The channeling will take place here in the channeling chamber, good sir. As you can see, I am in the process of preparing. I hope that's tea and not like sake or something. She's just mainlining. Oof. Well, I mean, she is preparing for a spirit channeling. It would make sense to down some sake. So, this room is the channeling chamber. The place where spirit medium speaks with those who have departed. I don't suppose you'd mind if we observed the session. Do not even think of such nonsense. Only the medium and the client may enter here. Oh! The secrets of the Kurain technique cannot be seen by just anybody. Wait, no! Is Maya gonna get possessed and murder this guy? Is she gonna... Come on. Come on. Well, you have to... That never stopped Maya from doing it in front of me before. Well, so see, you have to understand, when it comes to fried food will likely give you heartburn, but the fried food that gives you heartburn is actual fried food that retains the grease. See, when you get chicken from like Dairy Queen or Sonic or some other place, what you're getting is there's nowhere for the grease to maintain. It's solid. They put it in the fryer just to heat it, It's not the same quantity of greasial intake. I think is the scientific word that I've heard used before. It's not the same. It's not the same. Now, you fry your own chicken tenders yourself, fresh. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty greasy. Probably get you pretty good. Not the same. Not the same. You go fast food. Not saying you can't enjoy it. It's just a different beast. It's also for your safety, good sir, if something were to go wrong. That's why, while channeling is being performed, the heavy door is securely locked. Oh, that's what the lock's for. Oh, yes. I wonder if you've yet to meet Pearl, good sir. Pearl? She's an adorable, angelic young girl. I usually fry my stuff in water when I'm worried about the health content. Oh, that oddly cute little girl. She is my daughter. Now then, what was it you were about to say?
What a cute daughter you have.
A pure heart that knows not of evils in this world is a powerful thing, good sir. Well, it's boiled if you're boiling something. You coat it in batter, drop it in the boiling water, you're frying it. That's how it works. Please refrain from affiliating with her, I request. Well, it's not like I had a chance to anyway. Maybe she did. I must insist and stress that you not let it occur, good sir. Okay, okay, I get it. Look, if you can fry with air, you can fry with water. It's as simple as that. This folding screen's really showing its age. All of its edges are a bit tattered. The lettering's fading too. I think I recognize a few of the characters on here. I'm pretty sure that's what it says. Maybe I'll ask Maya about it later. You're gonna have to back that statement up, buddy. What? Why is there a clue? Oh, I guess it's the behind area. There's some empty space behind the folding screen. The light of the candles can't reach back there, so it's completely dark. Convection ovens with marketing. Yeah, sure, buddy. I guess this is an altar. Whatever it is, it feels very important. A mirror-like object with a cloudy reflective surface, and some branches of a sacred tree have been set in a predetermined arrangement. Good sir, I wonder if you would please not touch the sacred objects. These objects are being offered to the spirits. If you were to touch them, good sir, then you would become cursed. Yes, cursed. She really didn't have to talk down to me. I'm not that much of an idiot. Oh. This is where the medium sits, I assume. There are 4 panels in this flooring. The straw on the flooring feels a little damp, probably from the humidity in the air. Speaking of humidity in the air, so I enjoy cooking, as you're probably aware, and I'm a bread kind of guy. I love bread, and I can't for the life of me cook bread properly. Well, it turns out it tastes fine and the texture's fine, but when it comes to anything that's yeast that needs to be kneaded, it don't work for me. It don't work for me. So I've even measured my ingredients out, and I still wind up with dough that is way too wet. But I think the reason is because the humidity is so high here all the time that the dough is the flour is already got some level of like lingering hydration to it. And then just being out in the open while it's mixing probably makes it worse. It's the only thing I can figure. Whenever I measure out my ingredients with a scale and still wind up with dough that's way too wet. Alright, let me look up right now. Let me see here. What is... I do, but then it makes it dense. It makes it really dense. Makes it really dense. I mean, it's... So, let me see here. For perspective, the humidity in your neck of the woods, Mr. Riddler, is 46% right now. The humidity here is 75%. And it's going to get as high as 80% humidity this week, just off the forecast. %, yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, pretty much. Um, yeah, so that's all I can admit. Because I looked up, I did see people who said that if you live in a humid environment, it can cause issues with with your measurements. So what I'm gonna have to do next time is not put all the water in at once and then just slowly add the water, which is gonna make it take a lot longer. I also, because of that, I can't ever get it to knead properly, which is part of the issue. Yeah, I know. Look, the nice thing about the humidity down here is you can just open your mouth and drink some water. It's pretty good. It's less when it rains, it's less humid than just the normal air. There's less water in the air when it's raining than just the average humidity. It's really sad. Oh, I can slide. The meditation room is on the other side of this very heavy-looking door. There's a giant iron lock where the handle is. Ooh, yeah, I probably want to change my... That's a good point. It feels like a curtain that separates the normal world from the spirit one. Oh boy. That's a sad, sad one. Oh, wait a minute. Maya! Maya! Where are you at, Maya? Wait, who on earth is this? Who is this? Hey, you! Hold on now! This guy... Wait, there's a lady. Hey, you! Hold on now! This guy's got a few questions to ask. Huh? Oh! Oh, crap! Oh! I knew it. I knew it. I called it earlier. Oh, well, I'll be! It's Mr. Phoenix Wright. How you been? I haven't seen you in what, a year? Oh, I made the joke. I made the joke that that's who it was because he said a college student. And I was like, oh, a college student who knows Maya and the paranormal? Lana Hart, of course. But I was actually thinking that Maya wasn't a college student. That was like her revelation, but I can't really remember. Oh, man. A lot of hair. You're Lana Hart, right? Bingo! I'm the one and only paranormal photographer, Lana Hart. Ah, so I guess you're still at it. Being a photographer, I mean. Of course. And today, I'm gonna get myself a real scoop. You wait and see. Oh, that's right. This ain't no time to be wasting time. The channel is about to get started. Is it that time already? Well, I should hurry up and get to the meditation room. What are you waiting for? Come on. Lana Hart, huh? I've been judging her harshly because of that case. But I guess looking back, we had some good times too. Did we? Maybe they weren't all bad, I guess. We will now begin the channeling. Mystic Maya, an honored guest, please proceed to the channeling chamber. With this, I can finally swallow those pesky flies, once and for all. And there's so many of them since I had to get rid of my pet bat. You hear me? They won't be able to say a single bad thing about me after this. You would love to hear them apologize, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you, Mr. Wright? Me? Oh, yeah, I sure would. Mystic Maya, do you have the channeling chamber key? Yep, right here. That is most satisfactory. That key is one of a kind, so please take care of it well. I'll be fine, Aunt Morgan. I won't lose it. Trust me. Okay, Dr. Gray, let's get started. Finally, let's go. Now, let us wait patiently out here for them. Please have some lovely bitter green tea and jaw-droppingly large strawberry desserts. Hold on now, Granny. Granny? How come we ain't allowed in that room? Dear madame, you have an impressive you have an impressive grasp of English. From where did you learn it? Oh, hold on 1 second. What? I'm from the heart of the heartland. Is that so? I humbly request that you return to this heart of the heartland. Oof. But what are you? This is Crane Village. If you cannot follow our traditions and rules, we request that you leave. Oh, sorry. Ow, she shut Mama up. Now that's impressive. Now then, let us wait. That lady's gotta have to pee. How does she not have to pee? She's drinking a lot of that coffee. Sucking. Alright now, what was that just now? It came from inside the channeling chamber. Bang! Hey! That's a gunshot! Excuse me. I heard that sound before. It's a gunshot. I bet my afro on it. That's gotta be a really big bladder. Maya's in there. Break into the chamber. Well, Mr. Lawyer, what's the plan? What else? We're gonna break in. But there's only one key and that kid's got it. Okay, fair. That's a good point. We're gonna have to break the door. Is that alright, Miss Faye? Well, yes, but there's one matter. That is... Don't try to stop me! You can send the repair bill to the Wright & Co. law offices later. I can't cover it, but you can sure send it. Yeah, now that's what I call being a man! Dr. Gray! I was murdered. Maya! That man murdered me. So I killed him. What? Lana, at a time like this? Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on here? This gal, is she Maya? Step away from there. Oh, it's her. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. But... Hurry before there are more victims here. Hey, let's go, city boy! Leave this to the granny. Leave it to the granny. My cell phone doesn't get reception way out here. So I ended up using the phone booth to call the police. You know, the phone booth wasn't a time machine. I was really disappointed. I could have turned back time to stop this from happening. I am. They're on their way. That's good. Lordy, I saw a genuine, mysterious phenomenon. She seems really on edge because of all this. Not that I blame her. I'm scared to death by what's going on. Hey, mister. That gal, Maya, she wasn't the one that pulled the trigger, was she? Oh. I read, so like I said before, I read the line a split second before I actually say it. So I look at it and my brain reads those words, and then an instant later they come out of my mouth. That's kind of how I do this. It's also how I self-censor so well, because I've already read the next line before I say it. So it's a whole other story. But anyway, I say all that to say this, that in my head, when I read, oh yeah, it was the Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah. And it just cracked me up. Lana doesn't know when Maya's channeling her whole physical appearance changes. And again, weren't there only two of them in there? I reckon she must have done it then. Lana, what do you know about Dr. Gray? Well, not much, but I did some digging. nice one yet with a bad reputation. Really? I hear he's good at surgery and stuff, but his personality stinks like wet sheep. I hear they call him Dr. Oz in some places. I sort of got the same impression myself. He's real controlling. So this nurse or patients don't do what he says, he starts hollering. Must have been real rough to work for him. Mr. Wright. Miss Faye, how's, Mystic Maya? She has returned to this world. The Spirit Severing technique was successful. Let me see her, please! She is still unconscious. I humbly request that you wait outside for her recovery. Guess I just have to wait.
Oh, the police are here! Sorry to keep you waiting. Kind of a long train ride. Huh? Oh, you again, pal? Come on!
What are you doing all the way out here, Detective Gumshoe?
Oh, it's actually kind of funny. I was there for a business trip, pal.
Going to the Gumshoe convention.
Oh, time to check out the crime scene. I'll have to question everyone here later on. So just sit tight, alright? Oh, why is he grinning at me?
Shall I show you to the scene of the crime, Detective Jim Shoes?
Oh, my name is Jim Shoe.
They sure do. Two of them went to the channeling chamber. I guess all I can do for now is see what everyone else has to say. The police are busily running here and there, and I don't see Maya anywhere.
Hey, you! Don't touch anything!
Look, I really need to ask you some questions.
Don't look at me like I'm some sort of uncaring jerk, pal. Tell you what, I'll let you ask me a few questions, alright?
Wait, what's the joke? Gumshoe? Look, if I learned lessons and got better at this, where would the entertainment be? Where would I be without my bad jokes? If I made you laugh instead of groan, would you even be here? No, no. Plenty of people can make you laugh. Who makes you uncomfortable? I do. Did you guys see the transition when my flux turned on just now when the colors changed? I assume so. That was pretty drastic. About Maya.
I hate to break this to you, pal, but with the way things look now, that girl's the only one who could have done it.
Yeah, only Maya and the victim were inside the room. After all. But Maya's... My face is always more yellow. Why are you carroting Flux? It's not actually Flux, okay? It's not actually Flux. It's the built-in Windows 12, whatever Windows is, the built-in version that comes in the package. I do need some gunners, you're right.
I can ask more about her later, pal. Right now, I got a job to do, and that's collecting evidence.
Detective Gumshoe looks like a real professional for once. Maybe he got a pay raise. And yet, something about his expression still looks stupid. So, Dr. Gray was shot with a gun, huh? But that's not the cause of. I mean, I imagine that maybe he had a heart attack. Did he die of a heart attack when he got shot? Like, did it scare him? Is that what killed him?
Well, he was shot in the forehead, so he didn't really have much time to have a heart attack.
What?
Oh, but he was also stabbed in the chest with a knife. Real thorough, this one.
Knife? Wait, where did Maya get the gun and the knife from?
Oh, basically the victim was first stabbed and then he was shot.
Holy crap! Holy crap! Man, Maya, you don't play. When Maya kills somebody, she's thorough.
Oh, I'm pretty sure there was someone sleeping here earlier.
Like, how can I help you? Oh wait, no, wrong person. Man. Ah, that is I. Like, so is it about time to start? Huh? Time to start what? Oh, is this? You know, like the channeling? Channeling? Oh! No, actually, the situation's changed. Huh? Like, what do you mean? Please stay calm, but there's been a murder. So like, a murder is that thing like where one person like kills another, right?
Yes, a person has killed another person.
Oh, that's what are the words I'm looking for? It's like totally a bummer. Yeah. After all that effort, that's all she had to say. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to like introduce myself. My name is Innie. Innie Meanie. At the college, I'm researching and studying parapsychology.
Parapsychology?
Para, that's Spanish, right? Is it like for psychology? That's right. I think people like usually call it occult studies or something, like supernatural phenomena, ESP and psychic powers, that sort of stuff. Ah, now that's a field worth studying. That's pretty out there. Says the guy who's a detective who uses psychic medium. I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law, so don't worry if you get accused of this murder. I can defend you. She's just like having a good time. She's just chilling. She's vibing. That's what the kids call it. So what brings you here today? So I was the one who told Dr. Gray about this place. Wait, so it wasn't Lotta? He asked me, like, do you know of a good spirit medium? Oh, Dr. Gray did say something about being introduced to this place. Cause, like, talking to dead people and, like, multiple personalities are my thing. I see. Then why were you taking a nap here? Wait a minute! Get the point right. Remember in the introduction, the dead lady said, "Isn't that right, Innie?" Like, I wasn't feeling good. Huh? I'm like allergic to sesame seeds. They like must have put some in the food they served for lunch. She's full on wiggling now. This is a very animated lady. Oh, that doesn't sound. You're allergic to sesame seeds. So I felt sick and came in here to like sleep. I totally feel like I wasted my time because I slept a long time. Ah, I see. It's an allergy. Wiggly wiggly. So you were sleeping here the entire time? Yeah, ever since lunch. So you don't know anything about the murder that took place? Like, what? Oh, that? I totally know nothing. So who was, killed? The surgeon that requested the channeling, Dr. Gray. You and Dr. Gray knew each other, right? I don't know any Dr. Gray. Oh, really? Then what was all that talk about him earlier? Huh? Well, like a long time ago, I was like a patient, yeah. She sounds like she's trying to hide something. Like, I'm really sorry, but I'm not all that smart. So I don't, get it. Huh. As if, she's just putting on an act. Dude, someone who's that chill and just, enjoying life, no way. No, I don't buy it for a second. You left the blanket a mess. Are you going to fold it? like, I had a really good nap, and, like, I was thinking of leaving it like this, so, like, it's all set for tonight. She's that good, holy crap. There's no one here, as usual. Hey, it very well might. I haven't played that one yet. Ah! Oh, hey, how are you? You're Pearl, right? Silent as ever. What's that she's got in her hand? I've seen it somewhere before. What is it? Is it my hair? Is it too spiky? Not spiky enough. I promise you can't hurt yourself on it. It's a bit of a wind-up key. Come back. Look, she's just so chill. Like, how could she be the baddie? I know what'll make her feel better. Phoenix, quit scaring the child. "100 ways to save money." It sounds like a rough way of life. She's probably scared of her wits after having a murder take place right by her. Again. Lotta. Okay, don't let me be next! Don't scare me like that. Oh, what do you mean? You're the one scaring me. If I weren't so tough, you'd have another dead body on your hands. Mine. Did you see or notice anything that stuck out to you? Nah, well, maybe one thing. What is it? Turns out my poor stomach's not good at handling this kind of thing. Huh? What? All curses and ghosts and stuff coming back to get you. That's just too much, I say. Was it? What is too much? Oh, being an occult photographer. That's some scary stuff. So I think I'm going to try being a celebrity photographer now. Going after photos more within your reach from now on. More glamour, less allure. What's up? Oh, yeah. What is it? I took some hot pictures earlier. Huh? Remember I took some pictures at the murder scene inside? Oh, she did, too, even. The Seance murder. I sure like the ring of that. It'll be a sensational story. I don't think that's how you say that. Lotta, sorry, but my journalistic sense is burning inside me. Hate to cut and run, but I'm heading back in. Gotta beat them cops to the scoop of the century. Well, let me in! I don't know who's scarier. A lot of the spirits. Why does it feel like we've been through this before? Oh, dear madame, you have such impeccable timing. Like, what's on the buzz? Oh, alright everyone, listen up. You too, pal. All the single ghosties. I'm gonna have to give you all a brief update. Right now, it looks like the investigation's not gonna be done until real late. That's a terrible shame. I propose that everyone sleep here under the roof of the famed manor tonight. Oh, what a mess. I can't believe how crazy this day turned out. Maya was arrested and taken away by the police. Again. And I don't see myself getting any sleep tonight. Oh, morning.
guess I must have nodded off at some point. I hope Maya's okay. I should hurry and get to the detention center ASAP.
Nick! Maya! What am I gonna do? I never imagined it would turn out like this. Calm down, Maya. Take deep breaths. Oof. All that talk about gravy, too. Come to think of it, the first time I met her, it all started right here in this detention center. Oh, how romantic. I finally get to see you again, and it's not your fault. You didn't do it. No, I did it. I killed that person. But that wasn't you. It doesn't matter. It might as well have been me. I was too weak, and I couldn't control the spirit's power, so I don't want to bring up the case quite yet, but you don't have to be nice to me. I understand. So, you're the master or something of the Crane School of Channeling? Actually, my mother is for now. But since that title is passed from mother to daughter, I guess I will be someday. But many people think that channeling isn't real, that it's all just an act. You believe in us, don't you? Yeah, because I've seen it with my own eyes. Maya's channeling the spirit. Not only her voice, but her whole physical appearance changes. It's a supernatural phenomenon that occurs every time. That's spooky. It happened this time, too. Dr. Gray said he wanted to call the nurse, so Maya's body must have taken on that nurse's appearance. What exactly happened in the channeling chamber? This is a completely random aside, but Maya has some giant, like, gorilla hands. Wow, that's some serious business right there. I went to that room with Dr. Gray, locked the door, and sat down across from him. Okay. We closed our eyes, and I began the channeling. This is sounding kind of creepy, like the beginning of a scary story. I hope no one dies at the end. And that's the last thing I remember. What? After a spirit comes into my body, I lose myself, my consciousness. Then you don't remember a single thing? When I came to, I was being held in my aunt's arms. And there was blood all over my clothes. Oh, but I do remember having a dream. A dream? What kind of dream did you have while you were channeling? I can't remember it all that well, but I was dead and buried in the ground. I couldn't move and it was unbearable. It was really suffocating. And with something like that, I see. I don't see at all. But it sounds scary. There was a really familiar smell, too. Under the ground? Yeah, I can't quite place it, but I know I smelled that same scent before. I guess this is about all the information I'm going to gather for today. I'll be back later, Maya. In the meantime, please make sure you prepare it, okay? Make sure you prepare it. Oh, huh? It? What's it? The document requesting me to be your attorney, of course. But I still haven't paid you for the last time, Nick, or the time before that. What's wrong? You're gonna be rich at some point, right? Are you sure? I mean, I'm guilty. I'm a murderer. Well, no one's decided that yet. But I did. I killed that person with these 2 hands. That's enough, Maya. It's hopeless. If you defend me, you'll lose. I'm sure. Stop it. Objection! Help me. Nick, help me. I'm scared. Don't worry, I will. When is the trial? It sounds like tomorrow. As usual, 0 prep time. The turn. Look. For all the many faults in their justice system, and there are many, you have to give them credit for their efficiency. They sure knock these bad boys out, in and out fast. All right, I'm going now. Wait. This jewel. This is called a Magatama. It's a magical charm, and it's always protected me. Give this to Pearly, and I'm sure she'll let you her spiritual powers. All right. The fact that this place is 2 hours from where the no, it didn't. Is 2 hours from where they live and the trial's going to take place. Like, saw a big oof on here trying to get this done in a day. Let me just say. Give me a second. Right. Oop. Nope, I actually want that right there. 1 second. I gotta hurry up and finish this game so I can start the newest one. Looking forward to it. I'm all tabbed out for a second though. Is that it? There we go. Okay, there we go. Back to it. I have to save Maya. No matter what. It's her life on the line. What in the world happened in that room yesterday? The meditation room nurtures all mediums, young and old. Even mediums in training, I'd wager, but it's pretty deserted today. Probably because of the murder yesterday. Where you at, Pearly? Little Pearl isn't here today. Maybe she's at school? Oh, hey, like, you're that guy from yesterday. The, dentist guy? No, I'm the lawyer. That's right. Mr. Smith Esquire. That's right. Wait, I mean, you're wrong. My name's right. Smith? Right. Well, I got like 3 letters at least. I don't think she gets the point. Anyway, why are you still here? So, like, I study these things called parapsychology at this college, and, you told me about that yesterday. The sesame allergy, too. What I'd really like to know is why you're still here today. Oh, so, like, that's what you meant. Like, you should have been more, like, clear about it. Sorry? My bad? No, it's okay. Like, it's really... That's it. Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again? If I ever wanted a genuine mystery phenomenon, it's right here. So, why are you still here today? Let's try this again. Like, there's so much for me to, like, study here? Like, what? Like, the medium's training? Or, like, how they inherit their spiritual power? I suppose village is the real thing after all. So, like, I asked if I could stay here for, like, a little longer. She sure seems like the carefree type, at least on the surface. Have you heard about the murder? It's, like, totally scary. She says with a silly smile flashing on her face. This lady couldn't kill somebody. Look, she's so sweet and innocent. So, do you know anything about it that might help? Somehow, I don't think she has a grip on reality, let alone what's going on here. About the victim, Dr. Gray. I don't know who you're talking about. Like, wait, I think you asked about him, like, yesterday, too? That's right. Her reaction yesterday when I asked was... Yeah, she tried to eat her whole hat. Okay, she's definitely hiding something from me. Like, is something wrong? Wow, it's a Megatama. Oh, you shouldn't have. It's so totally not for you. Hey, like, it's not nice to forgive like that. That should be my line. Okay, okay. You do you, Itty Bitty. Alright, Gumshoe, get over here. Wait, what? It looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. I should take this chance and thoroughly check this room. If I'm lucky, I might uncover a clue or two. Oh, dang nabbit. Oh, Mr. Wright. Good morning! I'm on my way to go meet Mystic Maya, and I thought to bring her some items to make her feel more at home. Namely, tea so bitter you lose your tongue and jaw-droppingly large strawberry desserts. Jaw-droppingly large strawberry desserts. The fact that they reused that line cracks me up. There is an art. There is an art to repetition and writing for humor. There is an art to it. It's not easy to pull off, but I love that stuff when it hits just right. And for me, that hit just right. I'm sure Maya will be very grateful. That's Mystic Maya, good sir. Oh, she's one scary lady. Oh dear, sweet Mystic Maya. Pearl wept constantly for you last night, as did I. I know it's important for me to search the site, but I should ask her some questions too while I have the chance. I'd like to ask you a few questions about what happened yesterday. You mean that awful tragedy? That man murdered me, so I killed him. Maya! Alright, come. Let's get this horse and pony show onto the wagon. Get it hitched to the wagon. What happened here in the room after I left? Well, first I struck Mystic Maya on the head, like I used to when she was a child. To make her go unconscious, right? Right? That is correct, among other things. Next, I performed the spirit severing technique, in which I struck her upon the nose. Spirit severing technique? The spirit of that nurse was inside of Mystic Maya's body. I used the technique to send the nurse spirit back to the other world. Nothing will send someone to the afterlife quite like a swift hit to the nose. They're like shocks in that sense. I wonder if this is kind of testimony is even admissible in a court of law. By the way, what is this room exactly? The channeling chamber. This room was created for the sole purpose of preventing such a tragedy as yesterday. What do you mean? Sometimes when an experienced medium calls a strong, especially strong spirit, the spirit may become violent and revolt, as you witnessed yesterday. Revolt? But how? But when a spirit enters a medium's body, she loses her will and herself steps aside. To put it in another way, the spirit is borrowing the medium's body, good sir. But isn't that extremely dangerous? Couldn't someone die? An experienced medium has little problem controlling a spirit. But Maya, I mean, excuse me, Mystic Maya, that was her first channeling. And that was why I insisted on locking the door. However, I never thought that would be calling danger upon the client himself. I'm grateful that one of her heirlooms was not damaged in this horrible incident. And that would be that folding screen there. It is the Kurain's sacred writings. Along with the Kurain's sacred urn, they are the village's most treasured possessions. If I ever found out that something had happened to either one, oh, the humanity, for the awful things I would do to the perpetrator. I'd prefer to be worrying about the folding screen at a time like this. I guess this isn't just some dilapidated old screen after all. So, how is Pearl today? Mr. Wright? Yes? In this world, Pearl is my most treasured possession.
When compared to even Mystic Maya, Pearl has the spiritual power to become a master.
That's very impressive.
Until now, the women of the Branch family have thought themselves to be inferior. But Pearl is different. Her spiritual strength is so great, it is even greater than some of the main family. Yes, Pearl is a channeling prodigy, and is the pride of the Branch family.
Wow, she's really fired up now.
In any case, our world is so different from yours. Perhaps it's best for you to quit, good sir.
Quit? Quit what?
Oh my.
What is it?
That is Mystic Maya's Magatama. Why do you have this in your possession?
I'm sorry?
Return it to Mystic Maya at once.
Yes, madam. I didn't feel like I was being scolded by my own mom just now. Pearl!
Oh?
Pearl! Pearl! Oh. I probably should examine the room. This is where the medium sits, I assume. There are 4 panels to flooring. Oh, I read this already. No matter what I do, my eyes keep getting drawn to the pool of blood in the center here. Wait. I think the meditation room is on the other side of this very heavy-looking door. I don't think I have the luminol, because you have to remember that that was added in later. Yeah, too bad we don't have that luminol. Unfortunately, the luminol came with that deadweight Emma. This seemed possible, but I managed to break it pretty badly. When we want to do something bad enough, people can do the most amazing things. She actually, so in the Apollo Justice series, which is the sequel to this, the sequel series to Phoenix Wright, Emma, as you know, is a detective, but she also teaches you forensic detective work, which is kind of neat. Well, I mean, yes and no on her murdering someone. It was pretty dicey there for a little while. It's a beautiful and expensive folding screen. It also looks quite old. It must have some really prolific DMs here. There seems to be some sort of sacred text written on it, but I can't read it because it's in Japanese and this takes place in America. This is... It's a hole. Could this have been made by a bullet? Ooh.
Well then, I do believe it's time for me to take my leave.
Alright, please tell Maya I said hi. I just saw her a little while ago, but still.
What was that?
Ah, I mean Mystic Maya. I
will tell her.
Oh. There's some empty space about the folding screen. Hope no one's hiding back there. I guess it's an altar wherever it is. It feels very important. A mirror-like object with a cloudy reflective surface and some branches of a sacred tree have been set in a predetermined arrangement. I guess they're used during the channeling. Is there anything we're missing? Don't look like it. Pearl! Pearl! Found her. Ah! She surprised me. And how are you today? I guess she's open to friendly chatting. Huh, she's still holding something in her hand. It looks like the same thing she had yesterday. Oh, yeah! Mystic Maya said to give this to you. I'm glad to have gotten you back on the boat, Commander. Oh, I'm in trouble now. Holy crap! That's your 3rd one, right? Holy crap. If Morgan sees us like this, it'll be the next one. I'll be the next one they're channeling. That's Mystic Maya's. Huh? She actually spoke. Well, no, you did. Whoever you started out with, who I can't recall. Drake, Breast, and now you're on Harbin, and then you're hit like, holy crap. Who are you? I'm Phoenix Wright. I am an attorney who worked with Maya. You worked with Mystic Maya? You're Mr. Nick, right? Excuse me? I bet I know who she picked Nick up from. I know who you are. You're Mystic Maya's special someone. Yeah, but I'm talking about since you started playing again, you have like shot through like 3 or 4 of them.
Whoa. What?
So then, of course, you're going to help Mystic Maya, aren't you? That's what you're going to do, right? Well, yeah, I will. Oh, wow. It's like a beautiful fairy tale. Their earnest look shining bright in your eyes. It must be true love.
What? Why am I being pulled to a bright red lobster by this little kid?
I'm so jealous of Mystic Maya. What a wonderful relationship.
Wait, I mean, things aren't like that.
I can tell you're a good person. All right, Mr. Nick. I may be small, but I'm going to help you in any way I can. And before Pearl replaces even Emma. Pearl, are you friends with Maya? I feel very grateful to be friends with her. She's so great. I'm going to be like Mystic Maya when I grow up. I really look up to her, and not just because she's taller than me. I have a step stool I stand on a lot of the time, so I don't normally have to look up at her like that, but I admire her. Wow, I had no idea Maya was so revered. Usually when people don't use Mystic Maya's title, I get mad.
Oh, sorry.
But if it's you, Mr. Nick, then it's okay. Because you're special to her.
Oh, where in the world did she get an idea like that?
By the way, this may be rude. Hold on. But which channeling school are you from?
Which channeling school?
Yes, for example, I studied the Korean technique.
Ah, I get it. No. I'm a lawyer. Just a lawyer.
Lawyer?
Yep.
Is that related to spirit mediums in any way?
No. Wait, are you telling me you don't know what a lawyer is?
I'm sorry, I have no idea.
Maya did say Pearl doesn't know much about the outside world. So, what's that you've got there, Pearl?
Oh, this? I found it yesterday.
Huh.
If you want it, I can give it to you.
Yeah, free object, of course. Whoa, camera. Why am I blurry? There we go. Alright, well, if you really want to give it to me.
You look like a child at a toy store, Mr. Nick.
She not only speaks in a refined manner, but laughs in one too. Black key added to the court record.
Mr. Nick.
Yes, Pearls? I can call you that, right? You're too cute to get called Pearl.
Sure, Mr. Nick. Are you really sure it's okay for me to have this Magatama?
Yeah, it's okay. I was told to give it to you.
But I can't accept anything like this. All I really should do is charge this Magatama with spiritual energy.
Spiritual energy? I was wondering where the Magatama was the entire first game. I forgot that you don't get it until the second game.
Please, take this. I'm sure it'll be helpful.
What do you mean?
It will let you see people's secrets.
See people's secrets?
Yes. If it's all right with you, I would like to accompany you for a little while. I can explain the Magatama's power to you when we meet someone hiding a secret.
Oh boy, we're in it now.
Alright, Miss Eeny Meeny.
Time to find out about Miney and Mo. As long as you don't get arrested, anything's legal in this setting. Hello again. We seem to be seeing a lot of each other today. She's like totally cute. Is she like your daughter?
What? No! How old do you think I am?
I want to ask you about the victim, Dr. Gray. I totally don't know him.
Oh no! Ah, what is that?
You can see it, can't you, Mr. Nick? You can see the lock on the person's heart.
Huh? What?
This is the power of the Magatama. Only you can see these psych locks, Mr. Nick.
Cyclops, huh?
The more someone wants to hide their secret, the more someone wants to hide their secret, the more locks you'll see. If it's only one, I think you can easily unlock it.
Unlock? But how? Just now. Just now.
Please use Mystic Maya's Magatama on this person. And let's remove the lock.
I have no idea what she's talking about, but here goes nothing. No, it's Cyclops. No, not Psyche-Locks. No, no.
You must be careful though, Mr. Nick. If you make a mistake, it'll hurt you.
I have a fun Door of the Darkness.
If you don't think you have the proof you need, you must have the courage to stop.
Well, I've got to start somewhere. Let's give this Cyclops thing a try. Bam! I'm going to ask you again. Did you know Dr. Gray?
I totally don't know that guy. Like, you're totally more persistent than a roach.
This girl's hiding something. I'm sure of it. I guess I have no choice but to remove this lock. Alright, so first I have to use Maya's Magatama. Whoopah! Wait.
Take that!
Eeny meeny. I believe you do know who Dr. Gray is.
I told you. Like, how many times do I, have to repeat myself? If you're, so totally sure, then where's, your proof?
Well, it may be possible you never actually met Dr. Gray in person. I do believe you might have at least indirectly known of him.
What do you mean? Indirectly?
I should try to show that possibility existed for now. So something that shows possible connection between Eenie and Dr. Gray. All I can imagine is this, because they were in the same place together.
What is that?
Ouch! I guess it doesn't have anything to do with it, huh? Okay. Oh! Oh, right, I forgot. Wow! Wait, maybe... No? I don't think I have evidence. Do I have evidence of this? I love her age is question mark, question mark. Okay, I don't got the evidence yet. Huh. Now where did this box come from? Oh, that's not very nice. Black armor chest. I'm sure this wasn't here last night. It looks like a box for storing clothes, but it's pretty big for just clothes. It's mostly empty, but a few folded pieces of channeling costumes sit at the bottom. That's interesting. Oh! A disguise? A disguise, perhaps?
Isn't it cute? I totally bought that.
Ah, so it's yours, huh? Yeah, so like this village is really famous for like channeling bears. Wait, famous for bears? But it's like, okay. You ever like see a bear, you just play dead and they like leave you alone? Is that right? Yeah, cause like fighting back is totally of no use. She actually tried to fight one. We need evidence. We need evidence. Have evidence. No evidence.
Hey, it's you, pal. So you're going to be our lawyer, I bet.
Yes.
Oh, I really feel bad for you, pal. Just this once, I wish I could be on your side.
Detective Gumshoe.
Ah, but I shouldn't be saying that kind of stuff to you. Hey, you're a cute kid. I'm not scary. Honest, I'm just a big gorilla with a gun.
Oh, I never knew Gumshoe liked kids.
I know. I'll show you something cool. How's this? It's a real genuine pistol. I told you I had one. Detective Gumshoe, what are you doing? Showing her something that dangerous. And don't point at anybody. Oh, sorry. I can't help myself sometimes.
What about Maya and the charges against her?
I don't think you can win, pal. If you're talking about proof, we got a few pieces. You've got proof? Ah, pal. The puffy-haired photographer's going to testify tomorrow. Oh my goodness! He must be talking about Lana.
Actually, speaking of Lana, she's got those pictures. A lot of hot pictures on the caption.
Oh, besides, you must realize by now, pal, there's no way anyone other than Maya could have done it.
What am I supposed to say to Pearls now? About Dr. Gray.
The victim wasn't super famous, but people still knew who he was. His face was all over those tabloid shows last year.
Yeah, I know.
I was looking through some newspapers from last year and... I could have sworn I had cut an article out, but I guess I must have lost it.
He's searching through his pockets and... boy, are those big.
Oh, it looks really interesting, too. Hey, do you have a copy, pal?
A copy of that old newspaper article? I think Dr. Gray might have brought a copy to the office when he came by, actually. About Maya's trial tomorrow.
I got two pieces of news for you, pal.
Two?
Oh, bad news and even worse news. That's like you're probably used to. So, what you want to hear first?
I don't really care. Doesn't change the fact that I'm not gonna like it.
Alright, pal. Well, the prosecutor for the trial is Prosecutor Von Karma.
What? Von Karma? Manfred Von Karma. He was an all-inspiring veteran prosecutor. He never lost a case in the 40 years of his career, and he raised a fearsome disciple. A horrible aftercase of the evil he force-fed me is something I'll never forget. Wait a second. Didn't Von Karma stand trial and...
That's where the other piece of bad news comes in. The Von Karma you're facing tomorrow is actually a successor.
Successor? So, who is this successor to Von Karma?
Literally, pal, it's Prosecutor Von Karma's kid. This kid became a prosecutor real young, like 13, hadn't lost a trial since. That's what they call a prodigy, pal.
Kid, huh? Wait a second. 13? The kid became a prosecutor at the age of 13? I mean, a prodigy like that I would have heard something about.
Oh, no. The kid was born and raised in Germany, pal. Our country's got a lot of stuff. It's a great place to develop a person's talents.
Well, you don't know who this... You don't know Von Karma. Germany, huh? That's probably why I never heard of this person. Still, all it takes is someone mentioning the name Von Karma. And I get terrible flashbacks to that case. Oh, stop it. Get a grip on yourself, Phoenix. None of that matters anymore now that he's gone. Phew. Feels like I've been gone forever, but it's only been one day. Oh, that's right. Where's the newspaper Dr. Gray brought the other day? Aha! Ah, here it is, right on top of my desk. This is the only thing you left behind that's going to be of any help. Let's pull the court record up real quick. Oh, we can't examine it, darn. We can't examine it! Well, it must be another round of questioning. I hope the detective's taking it easy on her, but these kind of cases aren't usually taken lightly either. I guess I'll come back later. Gumshoe, I got your thing here. Dr. Gray brought this over to my office the other day, and...
Hey, is that news story? What about the malpractice suit?
14 patients died, and it caused a huge stink. Especially since it was rabies.
That's not all, pal. Things only got worse after that.
You mean the car accident the nurse died in? Sip of water. Real quick. Ah! How refreshing.
Oh, here we go. I brought my own clipping with me today. Here, pal. This is for you.
Alright.
Thanks.
Aha! Eeny, meeny, meeny, miny.
Oh, thanks, Detective Gumshoe. Now,
Let's pick us a lock.
Take that!
the plot sickens. Rabies.
Eeny, meeny. I believe you do know who Dr. Gray is. I told you, like, how many times I, like, have to repeat myself. Alright, let's get this.
Take that!
There we go. Take a look at this newspaper clipping. Like, what is it? A story about an accident. Please read the victim's name. Mimi Minnie? Miney, excuse me. Miney's a pretty rare last name, wouldn't you say? Miss Mimi Miney wouldn't happen to be a relative of yours, would she? That's how you noticed. She was my older sister. I'm sorry about your loss. Your sister, was she a nurse, perhaps, at Dr. Gray's surgical clinic? Gray Surgical Clinic. I don't think I need to tell you the clinic was run by the victim, Dr. Turner Gray. Which is how you knew of Dr. Gray. You knew him through your sister.
Boom.
Please, tell me all you know about Dr. Gray. My sister's name was Mimi Minnie. She was like a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Because it's a good hat. Maybe it's made of cotton candy. That's what I thought. I heard that, like, Dr. Gray was really tough on people. Like, a total slave driver. My sister was, like, always coming home totally wiped out because she was overworked. Wiped out. So is that why she fell asleep at the wheel? That guy, like, drove my sister so hard. So, like, that's why the accident happened? The one where 14 patients died from malpractice. Yeah, like, I think that was the doctor's fault too. My sister was pushed by, like, everyone's expectations and, like, her duty and stuff. And that pushed her to her death. Oh, I'm sorry. So, like, are we done? I've, like, already told my story to, like, everyone. Do you understand now, Mr. Nick? This is how a psyche lock works. Well, I don't play to pry into people's hearts unless I absolutely need to. The lock this time was pretty easy, but you might meet people who aren't as willing to give in later on. If you don't have enough proof, be careful and know when to stop trying. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Hopefully we get to a stop point as well. Is there anything? No. Mr. Nick. Oh, what's wrong? I have never left Korean Village. Really? Wow, that's pretty amazing. You're going to meet with Mystic Maya, aren't you? Please tell her I said hi. Hey, wait! She ran off again. Well, I know any secret now, but I still don't have any idea how I want to save Maya. I don't even know if I should go in there with a smile or a straight face. What am I supposed to do? I'm almost out of time! Can I really do anything? Can I really save her? Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? Must be Maya. Oh, it's not. It's been a long time, hasn't it, Phoenix? That voice! Mia! Even without me being here, looks like you've learned to stand on your own. Mia, she's Maya's older sister and my mentor. She was a top-notch defense lawyer, but a certain case forced her into retirement. But whenever I'm in trouble, she comes to help, just like this. Her spirit comes back from the other world and borrows Maya's body for a bit. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face in front of your client. Well, there's someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets, and especially when it's bad. Mia, you can't smile at the end if you haven't been smiling the whole way there. In any case, that face you're making now is no face to show a client, Phoenix. But... So, tell me about it. I want to guess that my sister's in a lot of trouble again. I told her everything about what happened in the last 2 days. Mia closed her eyes, deep in thought, while she listened. I see. Mia, what am I supposed to do? It's pretty clear what a good lawyer does in this situation. And that is? Tell me, please? Believe in your convictions. And fight for the complete acquittal of your client. I love that her advice is win, Phoenix. That's what you're supposed to do, is win, you dingus. You think Maya's not guilty. How can you be sure? I know she is. I'll give you a hint as to why. Yes? Mediums can't have dreams. They can't? I have some speculation. I'll share after when I come to it, because we should be getting to a pause point soon. I'll speculate after that. From what you told me, it sounds like Maya was having a dream while channeling. Yeah, she said she dreamed that she had died and been buried in the ground. But that is impossible. You heard it from her, I'm sure. When a medium channels her own spirit disappears, which means that it's impossible for her to dream during that time. Then, what does this mean? I think it's a safe bet that Maya was set up. A setup? It's up to you to blow the lid on the case tomorrow and show how she was set up. How am I supposed to prove her innocence when I have nothing to go on? You're looking for a clue. It's already in your hands. It is? Just as it sounds. Phoenix, you already hold the key. Really? Come on, show me the key to this case. The key, huh? Alright, I'll show it to her, the key I hold. The key that I hold to this case. The key I hold to this case! Mia! Wow, this badge brings back a lot of memories, doesn't it? I'd love to stand with you at the defense's bench one more time. Mia! Is this not the key to the case? Darn. Mia, have you seen this key before? Ah, the key. It's literally the key to understanding everything that's happened in this case. It was, the guy, so it was a different defense attorney. So do you guys remember how there was like the schmuck defense attorney from the previous game? Who's a portly guy who had his painting taken away. There was a defense attorney that orchestrated the situation with Edgeworth, who was like connected with all of that. Oh no, not with that. With the incident with Mia's parents. But it was basically another defense attorney, like the super big hotshot. Phoenix, listen. Right now that key is sitting in your hand. However, it shouldn't be. It contradicts the facts. What does she mean? I'm certain this key will be the piece of evidence that makes your case tomorrow. Yeah, it was before you guys, so that was the very first case. You guys missed the first 2 cases of the first game. Y'all missed out because those were both quite good as well. Mia's case was kind of depressing because Mia was cool. You know what the key to the case is. That's enough. But, how can I win tomorrow without knowing who the real murderer is? Who could have... I didn't know it at the time. But this day was going to end with a turn for the surprising. Mia! What? What's wrong? That's right. Only I can see the psyche locks. Which means Mia must know something about the real murderer. But for this to be something that she would hide under lock and key from even me, what in the world's going on? I have an idea. Alright, we are going to stop here. Let me save. Let me speculate really quick. So, Eeny Meeny is the most likely. I'm trying to gesticulate with what little I have. Eeny Meeny is the obvious culprit candidate. But so she has that trunk with spirit medium clothes, suggesting that she had used one of those outfits, like that she had pretended, right? Well, here's the interesting part, and it makes way more sense now that we know that Mia is we gotta do that. Now that we know that Mia's hiding something, Morgan Fay kicked us out of the room, and she was alone with Maya until the police got there. So if that was not Maya possessed by the spirit, and was in fact Eeny Meeny, Morgan would know about it. Morgan would have known and let her leave to change. How's that? How's that for wild speculation? And that would make sense as to why Mia's hiding something. Morgan has something to do with it. And for his forehead tap, yep, that's what you gotta do. So, I think that Morgan's in on it. I don't think that Morgan, there's a picture of Maya possessed by the ghost of Eeny Meeny's sister, Mimi Minnie. Which could be actually Eeny in disguise. No, but so Maya changes physically. So physically Maya looked like the other person, not like Maya. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that's how it works. Because that's what they said. So we'll see. We'll see. It'll be interesting. But we're stopping here for the night. I'm going to go make some more of my cookies. Because I didn't use all the dough yesterday. So